Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Cooking with HRRMC Wellness U here in Salata, Colorado. My name is John, and we got an awesome day planned for you. I got a couple of great folks with me. Savannah, one of the Wellness U exercise physiologists, health promotion specialist, and specializing in functional medicine. Also joining us is Nikki. Nikki is also an exercise physiologist, part of the wellness team, and you'll get to meet Shay here later on down the line. We have some awesome stuff, Savannah. What are we doing today?
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling summer like nobody's business. Warm weather. I just want to be outside. And so we thought like it would be the perfect time to teach you guys how to make really fresh recipes using simple ingredients that you can pair alongside your barbecue when we're all able to like hang out again. So we're gonna be making a very good salad. We already have here like a big spread of charcuterie items we'll talk about. We're gonna do a little salmon dip, cakes, and then a free salad.
It's going to be great. So, lots of great little things. You might have to watch this video a second time to really follow all the details. Of course, we're going to send you recipes as your request, and you can email us at wellness@hrrmc.net, and we'll get you those recipes. So, the first thing we're going to make is wild caught Alaskan salmon cakes. Okay, so this has, I've already mixed it up. We've got a little bit of canned salmon we got from the store. We've got onions, a little mustard, some breadcrumbs, lemon juice, and an egg. Okay, and that's a free range egg. We'll talk about why that's important. So this is a real simple salmon cake recipe. We just mix it all together, and then I'm gonna fry these on the grill. Sorry, the frying pan. But you could do them on a grill. They work well on a grill. So I'm going to be working on this while Savannah jumps into our salad. Let me talk really quick. We do have wild caught salmon today and free range eggs. Okay, so really quick about that is the reason we want things that we want our animals to get exercise. And that's because animals can create their own omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, so when you eat wild-caught animals or free-range beef or free-range chickens, that's where you're going to get higher levels of omega-3 fatty acid. It's why your doctors may be recommending taking fish oil pills, because fish have to swim, right? They don't have a choice. But we do know that farm-raised fish don't have to swim as much, and they have lower levels of omega-3 fatty acids. So I'm going to be in the back here. Savannah, tell us about this little salad.
Yeah, so I decided let's add a salad to this because for me, we need something like fresh that kind of builds us as a meal. I think a lot of us, when we go to parties and there's tons of appetizers, we tend to just kind of stand by the appetizer table all night long. But what happens, and for me especially, is if I need to make it feel like I'm having a meal when I go to a party. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave that party thinking I haven't had dinner yet, and so then I'm gonna go home and eat dinner. So I thought a salad was a great way. And my lovely mother always taught us, and she kind of instilled this into us, is that bring something like healthy to a party. So whenever we went to like Christmas, Thanksgiving, anything, she always brought a fruit tray. And we'd always be like, oh my gosh, my mom's bringing a fruit tray. But guess what? That fruit tray was completely gone by the end of the day. And so now when me and my sister go places for holiday events, or if I'm going to a friend's house, I always volunteer to bring a salad because one, I know that I can eat the salad, and two, we all need a little like greens in our diet, especially if we're going to a big dinner party. And then with this salad, I wanted it to be very nice, light, and fresh. We have like a lot of other ingredients that we can easily top with it from our charcuterie tray, like some pickled red onions that I made last night, cucumbers, peppers, carrots. So this salad is super simple. And since we're having salmon, I thought it'd be nice to have like a light kind of fresh salad to go along with it, not something kind of like heavy. So for this salad, what we are using is one, we have arugula. So I already have the arugula all placed out, washed and everything like that. But the biggest thing about this salad is the dressing. The dressing is super simple, uses fresh ingredients. So we're gonna be using some extra virgin olive oil, some honey. I juiced a lime in here, and there's some lemon zest in there as well. And then just some salt and pepper, so it's super simple. It's really easy to make your own dressings, and I think they taste a lot better. A lot of the dressings in stores are full of sugar, and we all are always buying like low-fat stuff. We're like, oh, it'll be better if we don't have the fat. But dressings, especially, or anything that's low-fat, they add more sugar to it to make it shelf-stable. So never buy low-fat. If that's one thing you learn from me, don't buy low-fat. So let's go ahead. We're going to make this dressing. Since I already got my lemon juiced, I'm going to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And we'll talk here in a minute about why olive oil is really good for us and some do's and don'ts when it comes to olive oil. So 1/4 cup of olive oil. This is very slow. Almost there. Okay, so about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Put that down. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of honey, which I usually don't measure, but that's probably good. And then after this, we are going to add, someone's going to have to lick the spoon. Honey is like my addiction. I love honey so much. Salt, a little bit of salt. I'm just going to take a guess. That wants to come out. And then some pepper. And then from there, all we do is we mix it together. That's quick.
Yeah.
That is quick. And then to this salad, we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. So nice, freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And then we're just going to add a little bit of this dressing to the salad. And then if I go to parties, I generally, if I'm making a dressing like this, I'll put it on the side because some people might not like it or want something else. But just a quick overview. Why is olive oil so good for us? One, it's really good anti-inflammatory, it's high in omega-3s. But let's talk a little bit more about nitty-gritty of olive oil. One, extra virgin is what we want to buy because it's made from pure cold-pressed olives. Regular olive oil is like a blend, and then it usually is heated so that the bad stuff gets taken out. And you'll notice that like an extra virgin olive oil has a lower smoke point than like if you were just to buy regular olive oil, because this extra virgin is more, I would say, pure, and so it's going to smoke a lot faster than something that is overly processed.
Another great point on that. When you're heating it, it's killing off some of the phytochemicals as well, which are really good nutrients for your body, especially your immune system.
Yes. And then some other things about olive oil and like how we store olive oil. I mean, how many of us put our olive oil right next to our stove top? A lot of us do that. That is a no-no. Do not do that. One, it needs to be you need to buy it in a dark container. So and then glass. Don't buy it in a plastic container. Either store it away from anything that's going to have heat. So that's even like natural or artificial lights. So maybe your oven's here, you need a countertop over here, but it's getting a lot of light every day. That's still not okay. And then what else do I have? Another one tip that I really learned is that if I'm going to use this to cook with, and my stove is right here, and I just take the bottle off and I pour it like this, that is a no-no as well. Because the heat from your pan is going to ruin the whole bottle of olive oil. What? Crazy. Yeah, right? I know, I always do that. I'm like, ooh. Yeah.
How was that again, Savannah?
So little kind of fun facts when it comes to olive oil. And then what else? Just like a little smoke point thing, unrefined olive oil, so it's the good stuff, 320 degrees. That is not very high when we're cooking. It smokes super fast. And then refined, that's gonna be more of our processed olive oil. 465. So you can kind of notice the difference on your olive oil. And my biggest tip is always buy really nice olive oil. Like, it is insane what like a high quality olive oil will do for your meals, for your salads. Don't buy the cheap stuff. My sister, I remember, always bought Trader Joe's, and I was like, you need to try the good olive oil. Then she did, and she's like, oh my gosh, this is really good. So it is worth the money. It is worth the money. But after, yeah, so that's our simple salad that we're gonna pair with the rest of our charcuterie tray. Oh, and then let me just go over this. I made pickled red onions.
I love it.
So it's super nice. It's easy to top the salads. Adds a little bit of flavor. Can go with like Taco Tuesdays or anything. And it's really easy. All you do, or at least I did, is you take apple cider vinegar, pour some water in it, salt, sugar, mix it up, add the onions, put it in your fridge, and it's like your best friend when it comes to any meal you're cooking. So little tip and trick on that as well.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
Should we check in with these salmon cakes really quick?
Yes.
So I just made little patties.
Oh, those look good.
Here, and that's just with a half can, a little 3-ounce or 6-ounce can of salmon, and we're cooking them medium heat until they're brown on each side, and I'm packing them really thin so they cook fast, and they'll be lighter as we eat them. So those should be ready in just a minute. Nikki, you want to tell us about what you got going on here?
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a capri salad in our language, or Italian. My husband's Italian, so he would want me to say it's pronounced caprese. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do the fun little skewers. That way it's a fun addition to our tray here. So all it is tomatoes, fresh basil, and fresh mozzarella, along with your salt and pepper, of course, and then you want to get a balsamic vinegar, and that is going to be a nice glaze to put over the top. So all I'm going to do, I kind of prepared it ahead of time. You can also use the little cherry tomatoes, all of that, but I just add one of each piece to the skewers, and usually I do one ball, and then I'll kind of sandwich it with another piece of tomato. And we'll just, where do you guys want me to add this? Along this side?
That's great.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're going to add them along here. And as I'm making them, I'll tell you a few things I learned along the way. So as we know, tomatoes have lycopene, and lycopene health benefits are specific to our cell membranes. So they keep our cell membranes happy. And we want that because our cell membranes are kind of like the gatekeeper to our cells, right? So we want them to only let in good nutrients and to be able to excrete and keep out toxins. So that is one of the main reasons why we want to eat tomatoes. And any other fruits or vegetables that have that dark red, the bright red colors, usually you can bet that that piece of produce has lycopene in it. And then so as for mozzarella, obviously it's a cheese, so it's gonna contain a large source of calcium, which is good for our musculoskeletal health, of course. But on top of that, it has conjugated linoleic acid, and that is an omega-6 fatty acid. And so that's going to, of course, support our immune function, which is huge for us right now in this time. And it promotes healthy skin, healthy bones. And if you're looking to lose a little weight in a healthy way, linoleic acid is the way to go for that as well. And that does so by reducing fat deposits. And then for our basil benefits, it obviously is going to be a really delicious herb, especially when it is fresh, and it helps to reduce inflammation overall. So that is a really good benefit there. And then it's also anti-aging and antibacterial, which is also super crucial for this time that we're going through right now too. So those are all my fun facts, and I'm going to keep trucking away on assembly here, and then I'll show you guys a nice view of it.
Nikki, I got a question.
Yes.
I noticed those tomatoes are rich in red color, and they're organic, and they're really expensive. I mean, can I just go buy the cheap ones from a store that we can't name, probably online.
Sure. You could do that, but I would not recommend that because number one, the most simple explanation for me is I hate it when it smashes below my fork or my knife. But on top of that, it's not going to be as rich in all those nutrients that we just talked about because it was grown in bulk and it probably is pretty old, shelf or from, garden to table. So you want to definitely make sure that you're buying, splurge on yourself, and definitely choose those more healthy, organic, rich in color options.
I've noticed a really big difference in tomato flavor. You
Yeah.
can get obviously from your garden, those taste fantastic. The store ones, the reality is they need to be able to be shipped without getting bruised, and they're engineered to
Yeah.
be firm but look good, and they taste bland. And so this meal, especially when you're trying to grasp every flavor, you don't want to skimp on anything. You know what I mean? So
That is for sure.
those look great. Those are gonna be fun little bites.
Yeah. So then, real quick, just the last thing, and then I'll keep trucking along on them. But once you have your skewers, you want to do a little bit of salt on there, and then you want to do some fresh cracked pepper, and then you want to just do a quick drizzle. You don't want to soak them because then they get a little soggy. So you want to do this right before you serve it.
Wow.
And then it looks nice and pretty, and you can even add some of that good olive oil too if you want to.
Did you go to school to learn that thumb thing?
I swear, marrying into an Italian family, I've learned so much.
I was gonna say what's nice about these is this is like a perfect way we should look at how we build our foods and meals and stuff. Is like one, we have like our vegetable in our basil, which is good for us, and then our mozzarella provides our protein and our fat source.
Yeah.
So we have our healthy carb, protein, fat right there.
A cool thing too that I learned about mozzarella specifically, mozzarella as a cheese is one of the more denser proteins. It's one of the few cheeses that actually compares to like animal meat protein wise. So it's really good for vegetarians.
Very cool. Savannah, we've got these salmon cakes are ready to go. Where would you like us to place them? If you were an interior decorator of a charcuterie, where would you place these? Would they go on the salad? Would they go by the meats and the proteins?
I'd say we have one open space right here, so that's where I would put them. But you can also put them here because it'd be easy, something people to grab and throw on a salad or eat as like a little finger food too.
Tell you what, we'll put them right here because we're gonna make room for all these little mozzarella, caprese. All right, now next we are gonna make a dipping sauce for our vegetables, and it is called tonnato. Tonnato. If you have had or heard of tonnato, send us a chat and let us know. So we'd like to know if anyone's ever actually had this. And Savannah, what's in tonnato sauce?
So go in the blender?
Yes.
Okay. Are we doing Greek yogurt or are we doing mayonnaise?
We're gonna do mayonnaise for this one. Actually, no, let's do Greek yogurt. All right, so we're gonna do a half cup of Greek yogurt. I believe this is a half cup. This might be a full cup. No, it's 3/4 cup. And this is so easy, okay? Don't blink or you're gonna miss it. We're gonna grab a little bit of Greek yogurt. You could use mayonnaise for this as well, but we're gonna use Greek yogurt because it's gonna be high in protein. It's plain, so it's flavorless, but it gives you a lot of great benefits by using the Greek yogurt. Okay, and then we're gonna go 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I better measure one.
What's funny on that?
Oh,
Just eyeball.
if you don't have a thing, I can show you a trick.
Cereal spoon.
A cereal spoon, exactly. This has coconut oil on it, which isn't going to matter. And there's about 2 tablespoons. Finally, canned salmon. This kind of makes me cringe a little bit, but we're going to drain our salmon. And we're just going to use half of this can because we are going to also make another salmon dip. This one's so easy, and this is meant to go with vegetables. All right. I better get
Here, Jonas.
another. Is that one okay to use?
Well, there's a little bit.
I think just fine.
A little quick thing while you wash that spoon off is that mayonnaise isn't bad as long as we buy like a mayonnaise that has good ingredients in it. So we want to kind of stay away from those bad oils. You can easily buy, you know, like avocado oil mayo, olive oil mayo, stuff like that. I actually really like mayonnaise. I'm gonna sound weird probably saying that, but I do. And so me and my sister talk about this all the time. Is that like we both like it, so we might as well just buy like a higher quality mayo if we're eating it on a regular basis. And one of my favorites is Primal Kitchen. Primal Kitchen makes it super simple ingredients. You will spend a little bit more, but I think like again, vote with your dollar. Like your health is your most important thing, so treat yourself.
Good tip. Yep. And I try to buy some really good stuff there. Even made with free range eggs. So it's going to be higher in its omega-3 fatty acids, which has a cardioprotective effect that cannot be understated. Okay, a little bit of salt and pepper. And you know, this is a sauce template, right? You can do it to your liking. Oh, that was upside down. All right, so you got a little blender or maybe a little mixing wand that you have. We're gonna blend some meat. Okay, we got a little meat bowl here. Might have to mix it around a bit. Okay, there we go. Check that out. So this is like ranch dressing. I mean, to replace ranch dressing. Right? So let's get this in our little bowl. We'll put that by our vegetables. You could use hummus here, would be good, right?
Yeah. This kind of looks like, I'm not gonna lie, like a vanilla milkshake.
Sonato is we're gonna have to look up the ethnic background, its etiology, because I'm not entirely sure, but I want to say it's Mediterranean. Okay, so we got that. You'll get to see our initial reaction once we try that with vegetables. Final thing we're going to do, Savannah and Nikki, is just make a traditional salmon salad. Okay, so why don't we put the rest of our salmon in here. Nikki, do you mind just flaking that a little bit?
Italy.
It is Mediterranean. Okay, great. And then we're going to pull out the mayonnaise. So this is very traditional. Clean off our spoon. Hopefully you all know how to make tuna salad. That's all this is. Okay, and you don't want to overdo the mayonnaise. So I'm just putting in for 3 ounces. I'm putting in 1 tablespoon because I kind of like mine a little dry.
Yeah.
Do you have?
I think
Savannah and I clearly like it less dry.
Well, when I'm on TV and I'm being judged, I like a little.
Thank you, John.
Okay. And then we have some minced onion. You could use celery here as well. I like to put a little onion in. All right. Final thing is just our seasoning, which is oregano for me.
it's right there.
Fantastic. I should get that one out of here soon. There's also this like Captain Bluto seasoning you can buy at the store. It's like MSG laden, but it's made for seafood seasoning. Any seafood seasoning is gonna work pretty good as well. Did I put salt in? Was anybody watching?
No,
You
you
did
don't.
not.
Okay. Let's get some salt in there as well.
And we obviously have kind of a common denominator theme here, and that is salmon, right? So why is salmon so good for us? Obviously, it's very high in omega-3s, which we know is an essential fatty acid. And since it's essential, that means our body can't synthesize it, so we must get it from our food. We also know that we're supposed to consume fish 2 times per week. I'm very guilty of never doing that, ever. But just different ways you can do it. One, we showed you, like having a dip, having salmon cakes, and then doing like a little salmon salad. And fish, especially, I would say now, as functional medicine is becoming more popular, we're kind of talking about the quality of the fish, and especially the fish we're buying. So I'm someone that I don't usually eat tuna a lot, primarily because of mercury, and that's kind of a big buzzword. It's like, oh, mercury. So I like to focus on the smash fish, and that's an acronym for salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. Mackerel is actually a really good alternative to tuna, and it can be used in a lot of salads and stuff like that. So just make sure you're buying high quality. There's a really good brand called Wild Planet. I think the lady who actually founded it is out of Boulder, Colorado, and they use really high ingredients. Make sure if you're buying it in a can, it's BPA free, ideally bone in and get on with the fish, and that it's caught and it's sustainably harvested. Just little fun things with that.
Excellent. Well, gang, look at this caprese salad finished, and now we have this big platter. And I can tell you, I've got 3 kids, and this is a regular meal for us. We do this on a regular basis. Finger foods, super easy for the kids. I like to have a shot of whiskey next to mine. And I think that goes down really well. Today we have a little bit of kombucha. So, Savannah, bon appetit. Nikki, we should afford you a little bit. But we're going to make you some because, in fact, while we're snacking on this, we are going to make some kombucha. We're going to teach you how to make it. It's one of the easiest things in the world to make. So stay tuned for that. Before we get into that, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, and one thing too is this is very pleasing to the eye, but it's very easy to just snack. So I would suggest that we would all grab plates, fill our plates up, sit down, enjoy conversation, and not mindlessly eat around the table. So really think like mindful, intuitive eating when we're doing this.
Can you tip that up? It's so beautiful. I want everybody to see it.
Yay.
There you go, guys.
How about that? All right.
And we have to give it a shout out. Shay's parents. Hello from Michigan.
All right.
Yay.
Where in Michigan, Shay?
Owasso.
Owasso. Is
Yeah.
that UP?
Nope, Lower Peninsula.
Lower Peninsula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we do it?
Let's do it. I'm excited to try this Sonato just because it seems off the wall to me.
Yeah.
But I will take a plate.
Okay.
I'll get official. You want to see my reaction to this? Because this is like, I usually don't like to have my meat in a blender. It's just like meat and salmon flavored ranch dressing.
Yep.
Which could be really exciting for a lot of people.
I'd be really excited for a lot of people. Yeah. Let's try it. I'm very intrigued.
So that's the Sonato. All right. They do recommend Sonato with cucumbers.
Not overpowering. Cucumbers are really light. Don't steal the show.
Doesn't do it for me. To me, it's one extra dish to wash.
Yeah.
Anybody else like it?
I like the
I don't mind
flavor.
It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah.
It's actually a great vegetable dip, especially if you want the ranch. I don't like ranch dressing as much. My daughter does. So maybe I'll let her try this. Let's see what we do. All right, I'm gonna make on the salads though.
Oh yeah.
So I need a little tongs. We got some
Probably.
tongs here.
There's more dressing right here. I
Great.
did not try the dressing, so.
This is great, you guys. It tastes like summertime.
Nice. This is arugula, right?
This is arugula.
So very spicy.
Yeah.
Did you already talk about that? You probably already did.
I did not actually.
I'm gonna put my little salmon patty.
Oh, I
right
like
on the
that.
side.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
See, the salad always eaten.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to try your dressing.
I have I've made a variation of this recipe before.
Savannah, my mom wanted to know how much lemon juice to put in there.
Oh yeah, 1 full squeezed lemon.
Wow.
Squeeze a whole lemon.
Nice.
Obviously this is gonna make a lot of dressing, so it covers like a large salad, and then you zest a lemon as well, and then honey. There's other variations where if you want a little bit more, like the lemon provides the acidity. You could do apple cider vinegar as a substitute, and then I've done it with honey and adding Dijon mustard to it, and that's like super good with like avocados and strawberries, or like a seasonal salad of pomegranate and pears with walnuts.
Yum.
Yeah.
So many good options.
Yes.
And it's fun to eat with other people, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Always good. I do have a fork if you'd like one, Savannah.
Oh, thank you.
This banana grows on you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The more I eat it with the cucumber, the better I like it.
I'm gonna put it on my salmon cake. Is that weird?
No.
Salmon on top of salmon. So these salmon cakes, the recipe comes from a book called Superfoods RX, like Superfoods Prescription. It's all about 14 superfoods.
Oh, wow.
And that have a lot of high antioxidants and just really good foods for you. So salmon, free-range eggs, those are all really good parts of this diet. So I even have free-range summer sausage.
Oh.
So I mean, you know, the animal was probably headed, things like that.
Salmon cakes are delicious. Mm. Yeah, these are great.
They are good. Not overpowering.
I'm connecting with my food.
Yes. And look at all the colors we have. We have red, yellow, orange, blue, purple are in the same category. We have green. I think we have everything.
We sure do.
We do. And too, like a fun thing you can do is like John bought like the different colors of carrots, so that way you get a lot of different pigments, which provide different nutrients depending on their color.
Boy, I wish I had some kombucha to wash this down. So, kombucha is a very popular drink. It's kind of having its heyday right now. As a probiotic, what kombucha is it's a fermented tea. Okay, it's literally like black tea that has a bacteria that helps ferment the tea. So it's sour. It's like a sour tea, and you drink it cold, and it's fizzy. Excuse me. When I get home from work, there's nothing more I like than a fizzy beverage, usually a barley pop, which is beer. But kombucha does it for me. I like the bubbles. What do you like? Do you like kombucha? Any of you guys?
I do, yeah.
So it's like $3.80 to buy a bottle this size, but you can make it so easy for like a nickel a bottle. Okay, so it's really easy. What we're gonna do is I bought this earlier today. It's kombucha, and at the bottom of every bottle of kombucha is a little bit of like sediment, and that's actually should be live, that we can make a bacteria kombucha SCOBY, as it's called, or a mother or something like that, and it grows and it helps ferment the tea. So we're going to take out of nothing, we're going to make our own SCOBY. Okay.
Which funny thing is, John told me this yesterday after he was drinking a kombucha, and did not give me the science behind it. And my first reaction was, "We're making kombucha out of your backwash?" So, I learned something new.
SCOBY.
We did not put our mouths on this one. I poured them in the cup, so we're going to use the sediment there. And all I'm literally doing right now is I'm going to make a batch of sweet tea. So if you've ever known anyone from the South, you know how they like sweet tea. I've got water just about boiling, And I've got a whole bunch of tea bags. Okay, you can use black tea, green tea. Black tea probably works the best. If you are watching right now and you are a real highbrow tea drinker, I am not, but I have yerba mate, and I actually make mine out of yerba mate, which has caffeine. So I'm going to throw these in to a pot of water, and when I have boiling water, I'm going to pour in just regular sugar, so that heat is going to liquefy it. I'm just going to mix it around, and that's it. It's so easy. Do we need to repeat those instructions?
Why do you need the sugar?
Yeah.
So it's a great question. The sugar is going to be the food source for the bacteria. So bacteria love sugar. It'll eat that up, and what that does is it'll that helps ferment it. Okay. So wait for a little bit of a boil, almost there. If you need instructions on how to make sweet tea, let me know. But I just put in 5 tea bags to a 6. I've got 5 quarts of water. Okay. A quart is 16 ounces, right?
You're looking
Yes.
at the wrong person.
A quart is 16 ounces, right?
I think so.
So, if we do the math, water, we're going to say water's free. We've just made 5 bottles. We're about to make 5 bottles of this for
Oh,
the cost of a tea bag
that's pretty.
and buying one of these.
Yeah.
So, we're doing pretty good so far.
And we've actually kind of talked a lot about probiotics and being like good bacteria for our gut, but your good bacteria needs something to eat. So if we're just eating all of the sourdough pancakes and drinking all the kombucha and taking our probiotics, we're not eating healthy foods like our starchy vegetables, so maybe like a sweet potato, squash, that bacteria has nothing to eat. So you need to make sure you're eating healthy vegetables, like more of our starchier ones, to feed this gut bacteria. And that makes a healthy gut. If we have a really bad gut and we keep feeding it probiotics, like drinking kombuchas like crazy, we are still feeding really bad bacteria. So we really want to make sure we have a well-balanced diet when we are including probiotics.
It's a great point. All right, so we got 5 quarts of water, 5 tea bags, and a quarter cup of sugar. Okay. You can do as much as you want. I actually usually do 2 gallons at a time in the house. So I've got boiling water there at the bottom. I am going to, there is no, you don't need to watch this on TV. Pour the sugar in, and I'm just mixing it in.
I know, it's so good.
I'm going to turn that off. And so now, what you want to do after this, I like to use this little glass vessel. Okay, so this is about 1 gallon. All right, this might be 2 gallons. Maybe a 1.5. We are going to pour our little kombucha sediment in the bottom. When this cools, because we don't want to do it hot, what does boiling water do to bacteria? Kills it. So we don't want to kill this. Okay, so we got to wait until this cools. So that today we're not going to be able to see it, but what we're going to do is we would pour it in here. And then I'm going to cover it with a towel and then let it sit for 2 weeks. Next week, you'll find out what we do from there, which is going to be bottling it with our flavorings. And then we wait another week and we've got kombucha. But if you got 2 of these going, we usually have like 20 bottles of kombucha stored up. And that's just a great summertime beverage.
Yeah,
And
very refreshing.
And
Yeah.
you can make cocktails with it.
Yes.
and you can make cocktails.
Healthy cocktails.
Healthy cocktails.
That's right. What else we got left today?
I think that's
Did we
it.
cover it all?
Yeah.
We hit the whole rainbow. We got nutrition-packed food.
Mm-hmm. Enjoying it with good company.
Mhm.
You guys at home as well?
Mhm.
All right. And next week remains to be seen what happens.
Yeah.
So, tune in then, and thanks for watching.
Yeah. And if you have any requests like, hey, I really enjoy this, how do I make it healthier? Send us an email at thewellness@hrrmc.net, and it might be on the menu next week. So let us know.
Yeah, let us know how those pancakes went too. We'd love to hear about it. All righty, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining.
Oh my word, this is so good. I can't even stand it.
All right.